What's up, everybody? This is Guy Who Makes Stuff. Guy Who Makes Stuff. That's literally how it sounds out in my head. Guy Who Makes Stuff. But I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Welcome to my channel again. I made something else that I'd like to show you guys. So this is called the Ecto-Shelf. Shelf. And I think I pretty much just coined the term myself, and I think it's a cool name. It's the second one I've made. If you guys haven't noticed, I have something very similar that my 1/8 scale fan home Ecto 1 build is sitting on. Here, I'll see, it's much bigger. It's like 3 feet long. Basically, because I needed to sit this display base on something, on like a flat surface, and then to sit it on these, what do you call these? Like these shelf mounts. So I made a smaller version, and it's basically, I needed it because, well, originally there was a clock here, and I had my proton pack here, and my wife said, no, that's not okay, that looks weird. So I had to move the clock somewhere else. And I figured, well, if it would look better if I displayed the Spangler wand, the neutrino wand over here, in all its glory, in a way that's more presentable, instead of just like sitting on this hook right here. And so I needed to put something here, so I thought of, why don't I make a miniature version of the Ecto-Shelf. So I'm going to show you guys basically how I made this. It's pretty cheap overall. I just went to Walmart and had to figure out what size shelf I needed. This shelf, it cost $8. It's about 15 inches, I think 15 3/4 inches long, and it ended up being the perfect size for the Spangler wand. And so I bought this and a couple other things that I needed. Well, I already had is this 3-inch wide hazard tape. These can be easily found at like Lowe's or Home Depot, and they're cheap. Like, I don't know, like $5 or something, no more. And then this is neon green acrylic paint. This can easily be found at any local, any arts and crafts store, Michael's, Joann Fabrics, or Hobby Lobby. And yeah, it's like $1. And then this is probably the most expensive. This is Mod Podge glossy acrylic sealer, and it's probably like, I don't know, 12 to 15 bucks. Maybe even cheaper. Maybe you can get like the Michael's 40% off discount or something. But yeah, but it totally does the job. So basically, this is what you gotta do. You take this board and you figure out how much you want the hazard tape to kind of extend into, into the top right here. I had to roughly see how big my the base was for this stand, and so I roughly measured like about an inch, into the top, and kind of just drew some pencil marks, and then yeah, I just wrapped the tape around up to those lines that I marked, and there's 3 sides, so you got to do it one side at a time. So once I did that, I had to do the slime, and basically what you got to do to get this this droopy slime effect is you have to sit the board on a slope, and I find whatever I can get, whatever I can find around the house. Like, yeah, I take any one of these spray paint cans, and even like this Gundam box I have, anything, or like the tissue box, and anything that I have that will provide enough friction to prevent the board from sliding down. And I literally just sit it. Maybe I take this tape and I just sit the board on here. And then take the paint and I just kind of drizzle it along the side. See, I squeeze out like one even layer along each side. And I do one side at a time. I do one pass that's even. And then to get, you know, these parts, these drips that kind of, you know, run down along the edges, I squeeze the paint out at, you know, certain points. That way, you know, the weight of the paint will cause, just certain areas to run down along the sides. So I do that for each side. So the whole thing, it takes about 1 or 2 days, and I say 1 or 2 days because the paint does take time to dry. You're squeezing out a lot of acrylic paint. It's pretty thick, but as it dries, it thins out. You know, as the moisture evaporates. So it takes about 8 to 10 hours for each side to dry. You obviously got to do each side at a time. You got to do it 3 times. And so yeah, that's what I do. I do each side one at a time. I let it dry overnight or while I'm at work. And yeah, so once that's done, I take this Mod Podge acrylic sealer and I just spray it along the edges to protect the finish. And I chose this glossy finish, just because I want the slime to have a little shine. And yeah, so then I let it dry. This dries rather quickly, like, I don't know, just within hours. But just to be safe, I let it dry like overnight, in case, like, the stand then ends up sticking onto the sealer. But there you go. This is the Ecto-Shelf. And I also get to, display these cute little mini puffs here. So I think that worked out. I'm pretty happy with it. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoy the video. The Ecto-Shelf. Yes. Thanks, guys. Bye.